What's up guys, welcome back to the channel, and today I'm going to be talking about My Hero Academia chapter 276, You Cheated. Now at the end of chapter 275, we saw that Deku and Bakugo were trying to lead Shigaraki away from the populated area. Endeavor was after him as well, and then right at the end, we see that Gran Torino grabbed Deku and Bakugo, trying to get them away from Shigaraki, and a bunch of pro heroes showed up, and Shigaraki just looks absolutely excited. He looks excited to try out his new quirks. I love to see this new confident side of Shigaraki. This is really cool, watching him really coming into his own, because he's quite technically and literally a new man. Endeavor and Ryuko try to battle Shigaraki while Aizawa erases his quirk, and even without his quirks, just his physical strength alone, he was able to beat up Endeavor and Ryuko. Aizawa is getting some really good stuff in these last couple of chapters. Aizawa has always been one of my favorite characters. I love him as a teacher. I've always wanted to see him do more stuff in action as a pro hero. I would love like a prequel series one day where we get to see All Might in his prime and all of the pro heroes that we see now when they were much younger. I would love to get more information on Aizawa, and he just shines even more in this chapter, trying to do absolutely everything that he can to keep Shigaraki at bay from his quirks. And I can't remember his name right now, but the guy with the water quirk, he's able to use his quirk to keep Aizawa's eyes moisturized so that he can keep his eyes open for longer to hold back Shigaraki. I thought that was really cool. I love watching heroes work side by side and using their quirks to support each other. That's a really important thing about being a hero. That's something that Horikoshi does really, really well with this entire series. I personally feel that his approach to giving all of his characters backstories and all of his characters all of these different arcs, I think it is a really, really great thing that he's doing, because in a lot of different other anime and manga, it usually focuses around maybe 5 to 6 characters depending on what the core characters are, and that's it. Now, the counter argument could be made that by doing that, not a lot of attention is given to certain characters. And I can't say that you're wrong. I think that you are also correct, but I just appreciate the way that Horikoshi has decided to do it, because it's given us so much insight into all of these different characters that we've seen so far in My Hero Academia. Endeavor tried to use his Hell Spider technique, and just with one punch, just the wind pressure from one punch, Shigaraki was able to get away. Now, his arm was burnt, but he was able to get away from the initial blast, which is really, really impressive. Now, when he takes out Endeavor and Ryuko, he stands there on top of their bodies with his hand raised, the same way that Endeavor did against that first high-end Nomu that we saw. Now, on the topic of those high-end Nomu, we got a glimpse of these near high-end Nomu, something that the Doctor has been working on. Now, with these Nomu, they are not intelligent like the ones that we've seen before, but they're incredibly strong, and the most important thing is that they take orders from very specific people, especially the new All for One. The Doctor might be a mad genius, but he is a genius. The things that he's able to accomplish. And Endeavor makes a comment about Shigaraki's strength, and the Doctor talks about how he couldn't get Shigaraki's strength level to that of All Might's because it would be too much strain on his brain. The Doctor is a genius. His original quirk allows him to double his lifespan, and he has definitely used that to his research and to learn all of these different things about quirks. He is a really, really fascinating character, and I can't wait to see a hopeful interrogation scene trying to get information out of him. Now, elsewhere, we can see that that All Might is watching the news with Eri, and then we get another panel where All for One is smiling in his prison cell because he sees that his boy is doing everything that he needed to do. It's crazy to think that All for One went into that fight with All Might knowing that that was going to be his last fight, knowing that he was going to go to jail directly after this, but it doesn't matter, because the bigger picture is Shigaraki. The bigger picture is All for One, absorbing One for All. And that is the only thing that matters. I love to see Shigaraki smiling in all of these chapters. He's finally become one with himself. He's finally acknowledged his purpose and what he's going to do. I love seeing this more confident, more powerful side of Shigaraki because, again, he is literally a new man. He is a different person. And I love seeing that. Later on in the chapter, we see Gran Torino. He has Deku and Bakugo, and they're at a safe distance away from Shigaraki because Gran Torino wants the pro heroes to handle this. If they can't handle this, then what is the point of this hero hierarchy? What is the point of having a hero association if they can't take down one hero? But Deku and Bakugo, they're heroes themselves. There's no way that they could just sit on the sidelines and do nothing. That's not what heroes do. Gran Torino rushes towards Shigaraki because he sees two of the near high-end Nomu heading towards Aizawa, and Deku and Bakugo, without a second thought, and I love that small little part of that panel where you can see Deku's feet lift off the floor and all you can see is the wind pressure. And Deku and Bakugo rush after Shigaraki, but that's what heroes do. One of the first things we learned at the beginning of My Hero was that true heroes, their beginning stories all start off pretty much the same. They saw someone in trouble and their feet just left before they could think. And it looks like Deku is, who knows, he's at like 45% constantly right now. Who knows exactly what percentage he's using to get after Shigaraki. And Bakugo has his own stakes in this. He feels responsible for All For One taking out All Might. He feels responsible for all of that stuff. He's seen that All For One took out Best Genius, someone that saw the best in him, someone that looked past that loudmouth idiot that he can be sometimes and saw the potential of a true hero. And he is getting revenge. They are doing what heroes are supposed to do. They're leaping into battle, trying to save their sensei, trying to save the other pro heroes and do what's right for everyone around them. Aizawa is fighting for his life, the people around him, his friends, his students. He can't stop, he can't die. He has to keep fighting for them. This is such a great chapter. This is a great chapter for what we found out in 275. This is a great setup for what's going to happen in 277, and I can't wait to see where this all goes from here. The heroes have so much more losing to do before they start winning, and I'm calling it here, guys. Gran Torino is dead within the next 2 to 3 chapters. Remember that I called it. They're setting it up. Again, like I said, the heroes have to lose more. All Might will lose another mentor. Deku will lose a mentor. The heroes have so much more to lose before they can win. And I think Gran Torino is going to be a part of that big loss. But the next couple of chapters will tell us for sure. Let me know what you guys thought about this chapter in the comments. Let me know what you guys thought about my review in the comments. Make sure you guys are subscribed to the channel. Make sure you guys hit that bell notification so you can be notified about more videos like this one. And I will see you guys on the next one.